You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody.
In Fallout 1, you had a faction known as the Cons, and they're a pretty generic group of raiders. They attack settlements, steal girls, ask you to kill them, pretty generic raider bad guy stuff. In Fallout 2, you have the New Cons, and they're pretty generic raiders. In Fallout New Vegas, you had the Great Cons, and
when our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
Oh. Yeah, so they're not the same. New Vegas actually makes these people pretty fleshed out, all things considered. They're not perfect, they're chem dealers and users, and they're still raiders at the end of the day, but they're also grappling with a massacre of their children and women, dealing with a history of defeats and personal loss, wondering what their legacy should be, to assimilate with a stronger tribe that's the rival of their sworn enemy, who is responsible for the deaths of their loved ones, or letting go, forging their own path, but also giving up the chance for true justice. It's one of the great little stories in New Vegas that I remember fondly to this day. The Cons go from being targets to being human beings with dreams and hopes for the future. Okay, except they don't play that song, they play Big Iron, which, yeah, is aight, but I also feel this whole scene is kind of like a Rorschach test, right? For a lot of people, and I don't look down on them, I don't blame them. This is a really fun scene. It's cool to see Coop blasting people apart and decimating yet another generation of the Cons. I get it, I really do. I'm not saying I'm above Massacre myself, but the way that I see the scene is that the Cons, who were just humanized in the previous entry they were in, have now become generic bad guys again, just to be turned into meat soup. Their hopes and dreams were all for nothing. Their legacy is to become Coop Howard victims. It's sad stuff to me. You wanna know what's also sad? The fate of these 3 dudes at the beginning of the episode who have lost their livelihoods to automation, and this guy rage baits them about being obsolete, to which they kind of rightfully take him outside to beat him up, and then he turns one of them into a human guinea pig to massacre the others with a baseball bat, and then does this. The man responsible is Mr. House, their CEO. Ain't that a kick in the head? This is our introduction to Mr. House as well in the show, who's a beloved character in New Vegas. Only Mr. House in the show is more like Mr. Stay in Your House. The guy is not acting right at all. And man, is this a can of worms. I don't even know what's going on. There's like a body double. There's word that this might be Anthony House in the Fallout fandom. But then I really do think this is just supposed to be Robert House. Like, he's on the monitors, he's in all the promos and listed as Robert House. So I do genuinely think it's him. Except at the same time, it doesn't feel like him. He's not really someone I think would get his personal hands dirty. He's a mastermind character. He's someone that would pay an assistant or somebody to do an experiment like this, not someone that would personally engage with it himself. Take the risk of getting punched in the face, which...
Hit me in the mouth. I think I'd enjoy it.
And I don't know, maybe they're gonna hype it up that Mr. House, he was unstable, and then the moment he got onto the cybernetic grind, it mellowed him out. I don't know. What I do know is that for being a smart dude who likes to plan ahead, this doesn't seem like Mr. House kind of behavior. And he's really lucky here. It's a good thing he could Neuralink the dude while his 2 buddies just watched for some reason. The first citizen that we really run into that isn't a raider is this mom who's selling flea soup and talks about her son being dead, but still owing her money.
If you find any money on the body, it's mine.
It's so sad. This is what we get from the New Vegas experience? I remember a place of decent, hardworking folks that were worried about their independence. It's episode 1, yeah, but are we really supposed to be happy with this?
I want to thank the fans of Fallout New Vegas for not burning my house to the ground. You'll be very happy you didn't.
It don't seem like New Vegas, it seems like Fallout Dust. Heck, maybe that explains Stinky the Dino facing the wrong way. Maybe they were worshipping him like they did in Dust. The last real note I have about episode 1 is how Coop handles the Barb situation. And initially, I was really into it, to be honest. Like, I think this is a perfectly valid, compelling reaction where he takes Janie out of the house. Like, he just found out the nature of his wife, and he doesn't feel safe with her inside. So initially, I think he was going to drive off, but then he realizes with this whole poster scene, he's such a public figure, there'd be nowhere to hide. So he caves and he goes to Moldaver, bringing along Janie for some reason. This really struck me as a stupid idea on his part. Because, like, what the hell is Coop thinking here? Kids aren't really that dumb. Like, they're pretty damn smart. All it would take is Coop to bring Janie home, and for Barb to ask, hey Janie, how was your day? Oh, my day was good. Dad took me to a restaurant, and I was just playing by myself while he was talking to some lady. How do you think that would go over? It'd be game over. But yeah, just some scattered opinions I had about the first episode. I don't think I'm gonna do an episode by episode recap, but who knows. I did like seeing Vault 24, which was cut from New Vegas, and it gets restored here. And I am interested to see where it goes, what they're gonna be doing with the whole, like, mind-controlled Neuralink stuff. Even though it's probably gonna wind up being a Elon Musk diss. My main fear is they're gonna turn Mr. House from a dimensional character into a comic book villain who's an Elon Musk XP. I mean, both want humanity to reach the stars, so there's that. But otherwise, I'm just really worried about the commentary they're gonna make and what they're gonna stretch Mr. House into when that's not him. But we'll see. Thank you guys for putting up with my rambles, and until next time, stay safe out there. Because Mr. House is out and about, turning people's heads into meat soup.